The Google Pixel 6a review. The Pixel 6a's poor battery life, poor camera performance and slow charging are more than offset by its premium build. Other features like a larger display and faster fingerprint scanner will probably appeal to many Android users. Google Pixel 6a is a great-looking smartphone. It has a good base design which seems to have been made around keeping up with the powerful internals this phone boasts of. The glass back device gives that premium look, however there are flaws, some significant ones. For better, this phone is fairly small and lightweight, measuring 152.2 by 71.8 by 8.9 mm and weighing just 179 g. The big Pixel 6 holds a lot of information and battery power in one hand, bulkiness notwithstanding. It's to your benefit to make sure that you don't end up with a defective device. The camera bar on the back of the Pixel phones is located halfway down the back. Google Pixel 6a does have a headphone jack, but not the standard USB-C, volume rocker and power button of other phones. The fingerprint scanner is built into the phone, but it's much more convenient to use than fingerprints. Google's upcoming Pixel 6a smartphone will arrive with a smaller screen than the Mate 10 Pro and more affordable. The device is said to have a 6.1-inch display, which hints at the possibility of one that might be a bit less pixelated than its larger sibling. The Pixel doesn't have the latest of processors and large displays like the Lumia 950 and 920, but it will still handle most tasks that a mid-range handset is expected to. One slight oddity is the refresh rate of the phone. This was the standard for many years, but now most phones use 90 Hz, 120 Hz, or even higher refresh rates. This spec dictates how many times per second the display refreshes its image. At 60 Hz, the Pixel 6a misses on one important feature. The display is broken up by a punch-hole camera at its top, so doesn't take up much space. If the Google Pixel 6a's whole deal is about getting the Pixel 6 experience on a budget, the camera is a good example of that. This isn't a phone for professional photographers, but it'll take snaps that are social media worthy. Instead of using the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro's 50MP main camera, the Pixel 6a gets a 12.2MP f/1.71, which sits alongside a 12MP f/2.2 ultrawide snapper with a 114-degree field of view. Pictures are good. Sure, they won't match the standard Pixel 6 in terms of vibrancy or detail, but they'll beat out nearly any other handset at this price. That's likely thanks to Google's AI scene optimization, which can tweak pictures depending on the setting to make them as attractive as possible. This is an easy task because you can zoom to 7x, with some trade-offs. The camera is not quite high-end enough for short-distance shots. Google opted to use the same chip in the Pixel 6a as in the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, its self-designed Tensor chipset, and this means the three phones are equally powerful. The single configuration of phone is downgoing and has a 5G modem despite the chipset being only a 5G modem. What is good about the Google Pixel 6a feature? The latest version of the software is Android 12, though the 6a will likely be one of the first devices eligible for Android 13. The battery is 4,410 mAh, which isn't even small for a phone of this size, so we can't get our heads around why it doesn't last longer. Perhaps Google is hoping you won't be using the phone much, because it'll be plugged in and charging all day each day. The 18W powering here means the phone takes nearly 2 hours to power up to full, which is impressively slow for a handset at this price.